Good afternoon, everybody. So, getting into this episode of The Young and the Restless, I want to start with Adam and Victor. I thought they had a nice little scene going on where basically Victor told Adam he will never give up on him despite what anyone else has to say, and they discussed that Adam just didn't belong at Jabot, and Adam's grateful for Victor, and they're really having a decent moment, and Adam is now interested in Victor's offer of working for McCall, but Adam's only condition, which is very understandable, he refuses to work for his witch of a half sister. No, I don't blame him at all on that. Victor said, "You know what? Don't worry about that, Adam. I got her. I'll handle her." So they ended up with that. But speaking of that witch half sister, Victoria had to go darken Devon's doorstep with her presence. And Devon was not here for her at all. He was giving her all types of attitude. He's basically like, "What the hell are you doing here? I don't F with you." He didn't say those exact words, but that's pretty much how he meant. What he meant. Because he's still mad at her, how she tried to overtake his company. So he ain't feeling her. And she tried to manipulate it down, talk about, "Oh well, Tucker came to me with the offer first about purchasing McCall, and I wanted to know if you were interested in that." He's like, "Well, how is that any of your business?" And she's like, "Well, no, because Tucker's just taking advantage of you and manipulating you." And then he's like, "Well, guess what? I don't trust." So Devon basically said, "You know what? I don't trust Tucker, and I don't trust you. So you can go." And then Victoria took that as a victory, like, "Oh yeah, that she thinks that Devon's not interested in the company." He's like, "But that's just." But he's just not feeling her at all. He just didn't really want to tell her. Who knows if he's gonna buy it or not? He ain't telling her that. He ain't trying to tell her that information right now. So after that, they focused on, and then Nate tried to do the same damn thing to Daniel, trying to put up that bullshit act. I just want peace in the family. I regret about my actions of what I did, and I just want Lily and Devon to get back together. Daniel saw right through Lily and Devon to get along again, get back together as a family. But Daniel was seeing right through Nate's bullshit. Nate is so full of shit, and Daniel knew it. And Daniel was basically like kick rocks Nate. He was not feeling anything that Nate had to say. And then it moved on to, and then not Nate. Lily went to go meet with Daniel, and Daniel was basically telling Lily about what Nate said. Lily's like, Nate is up to his old tricks. He ain't trustworthy. So Lily still hates Nate's guts right now. And then Lily's like, "You know what? Everything's just all messed up right now. I wanted to build a legacy for everybody. Now everything's falling apart. I don't. With Devon can't stand me. Is trying to sue me. Nate tried to mess everything up. Like, I don't understand what I did wrong." And then Daniel piped up. He's like, "No, you didn't do anything wrong. Everyone else around you is the one that's wrong. You were right. Everyone else is wrong." And so you know that means he trying to get in them drawers soon. You already know that. He trying to get up in that, and he trying to get him some of Lily. I don't mind her. That Lily is fine though. I'll give her that. Shoot. But I'm not sure about the chemistry between them yet. But I don't blame him for trying. And then from there we went with Abby and Ashley. They had a nice. Well, Ashley was looking gorgeous like always. Ashley, that is just one gorgeous woman. I'm just saying. She she was all happy, and Abby's like, well, damn, I ain't never seen you happy like this. So Tucker's getting to you now, and then Ashley's like, no, I'm just downgraded. She talked about bringing up her grandson, how his future is all bright and everything else. That was that was a nice scene where Abby's like, okay, but what about Tucker? Because Abby don't trust Tucker at all. Abby still think Tucker's on that bullshit. But Ashley's like, well, I don't know. Ashley was like, well, I don't know yet. I like my opinion on that. I like Tucker and all, but I don't trust him at all either. Though he got that snake like vibe, which is but it's kind of good, a good way too, because he could cause good trouble in that town if they do that right. But I kind of like the chemistry between him and Ashley, so I hope they make something work out. But Abby was also just worried about her own man Devon right now, because just like Daniel was worried about Lily earlier, Abby's worried about Devon, trying to make sure that Devon don't lose everything in that lawsuit and lose his relationship with Lily forever. So she's just trying to stand by her man. But at the end of that scene, Tucker came back in, and he was talking with, and Abby left. She barely wanted to give Tucker the time of day, so she just left out. And they had a nice Ashley and Tucker had a nice conversation too about how he gave to charity and he was doing all these things. He's trying to get through to Devon, but he doesn't know what else he could do. And then Ashley's like, "Come on, you're a smart guy. You know how to make things work. Convince Devon to buy your company." And then he just said he just has this such positive outlook at life ever since he kissed her. I didn't see that kiss scene, but I'm glad. Like I said, I'm glad that Ashley's getting some love from someone, because that woman is gorgeous. She deserves that, and power sure does look good on her. I like how she's holding that power over him. But yeah, as long as Ashley's happy, I'm happy, because I really do love Ashley. And then now back to the devil, and back to the witch devil known as Victoria Newman. She and Victor had a conversation. Victor made it clear, I ain't putting up with your shit right now. I don't want to hear what you got to say, but once I get McCall Unlimited, Adam is going to be in charge. You don't got no nickel in that quarter. You will not be. It's just going to be. It's going to be Adam's company, and you need to just focus on over here. Victoria's like, well, no, you don't care if it's profitable or not. All you care about is just making Adam feel like he's the big man on top. Victor was like, look, I ain't talking to you about this no more. The conversation is over. Either you're gonna accept that or the deal is off. So Victoria, she's just such a spoiled brat. She really is. She just like, and then after Victor left, Victoria's little bitch lackey Nate comes walking in there, kissing her ass like he always do. And then she's like, well, you know what? I'm not worried about Victor and that, because I always get my way. I'm like, I hope this is leading to Victoria's downfall. I cannot stand her. She's just the worst of the worst. It's just, And then Abby also went back over to Devon. He reminded her of how her witch half sister came over to his house, and then now he's still thinking, he still doesn't trust Tucker necessarily, but Abby's trying to be like, well, maybe he'll do the right thing this time. But Devon ain't taking Tucker's word for nothing, because he just don't trust him. So basically, but that was it for this episode. Let me know. Like, overall, I thought it was a decent episode. I'm glad that Victor and Adam are finally getting on the right page. And like I said, I'm hoping that this leads to the downfall of Victoria. But if they, like I said, but yeah, that's a good. Please let me know what you thought in the comment section, and I thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.